There's another ulu story that comes to us from Ke'e, which associates the ulu with ku. Ku is a family of akua. Ku is a family of akua that are associated with dynamic enterprise, occupational ambition. If we consider ku ka'o'o, ku of the digging stick, ku who opens up lands for agricultural productivity. We can consider that when the lands have been opened by ku ka'o'o, they then may be occupied by lono, who is the patron of sustained agriculture. We have ku ula, and even today when we go along the shoreline, we may find ku ula stones, upright pohaku, that are placed for the fishermen to focus their energy and attention and concentration of mana before going out to fish. The ku form that is most popularly recognized is probably ku ka'ili moku. Ku ka'ili, the snatcher of moku, the islands, patron of war for Kamehameha and those ali'i who preceded him. So we see ku's dynamic nature. In this story, ku is mated with a human wife and famine befalls the land. It's said that ku stands on his head and goes into the ground, and if in that place where he entered the ground a tree comes up, it's the ulu, and the fruit of the ulu are able to sustain his earthly family through this time of drought. This is an important concept because here we have the introduction of akua giving of himself that the people may survive. From our homeland, we have a similar story. We've said that in some traditions, Haumea comes to Hawaii with her brothers Kane and Kanaloa. In this story, which predates the story of the two girls roasting breadfruit, it's a story of drought coming to those Kaha Lands. It's a story of a time when a wahine was the ali'i of the lands. In her time, famine, preceded by drought, comes to the land. It's said that this human woman enters into a period of ceremonial fasting, preceded by cleansing, a time of deep prayer to her godly brother Kane, patron of life, to come and restore health to her people. It's said that at the end of her ceremonial fasting time, upon cleansing herself again, she looks to the uplands. Now, in this account, we're in the vicinity of the Kona Village Resort. If you can imagine being at the Kona Village Resort and looking up Hualalai, it's a very gentle slope. You can see great distance, and we can imagine this woman being able to see a stranger or being able to see someone coming from afar. It's said that when this man appeared in her midst, that the people there gathered, and again, receiving instruction from someone not known by them, although familiar to the ali'i, were given the instructions to prepare an imu. Now, in this time of drought, in this time of famine, the people are in weakened condition. Where will the food be to be placed in the imu? But they follow the instructions, and it's said that they're vitalized. It's said that when they go out to gather the materials that go into the preparation of the imu, all that they need is there for them. It's said that even though this is a stress time, they're able to make the imu. Upon the imu being completed, it said that the man lies down in the imu himself and asks that the hali'i be placed over him and the imu covered. This all takes place in the vicinity of Kona Village Resort at the back shores of Kahuwai Bay. It's said next that the people follow the directions. We're not sure how much time passes, but that the people are amazed to see this man emerging from the waters of Kahuwai Bay. He comes onto shore, they open the imu upon his instruction, and all the food that would be necessary for them is found there. It's said that where he came out of the water, a spring was formed. We can still go to Kahuwai Bay and find the waters of Kane that bubble up in front of the old shipwreck bar there. Although Kona Village has changed because of the tsunami, I trust that for generations to come, we'll be able to tell this story and go there and find this column of water bubbling out of a basil spring bubbling out of the rocky reef there. Now, when I was a student at University of Hawaii at Hilo, we went to this site with Jim Juvik's Geographical Field Techniques class, and we were able to test the salinity of that water column and find it distinctly less saline than the surrounding waters. This supply of water was given to the people of Kahuwai to sustain them when times are hard for them. Now, both of these stories, the story of Kane, Ka'imu pulehu a ke akua, the imu in which the akua was prepared, and the story of the two girls roasting breadfruit, ka'ulu pulehu, come from our homeland of Ka'upulehu. So these are the stories again that I've heard from my earliest days. They appeared in Hawaiian language newspaper, the Ho'oku o Hawaii, that was published in Hilo by the Reverend Stephen DeShay. They come from articles written by Isaac W. Kihei in a series which described the lives and times of the people of the Kaha Lands of North Kona.